Grand evening. Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the psychic astrologer. My website is readings by leonardgmunson.net. The weekly overview: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, from April the 3rd to the 10th, 2025. This is a collective reading, so take what you need and leave the rest. Let's talk about your career and employment choices. Cancer, your solar sun is in the 10th house. The 10th house is Capricorn. It's a house of employment, success, prestige, moving up the ladder, karma, lesson learned, father time, government, and corporation. Its ruling planet is Saturn. Saturn is now in Pisces. Saturn in Pisces represents that your old attitude about your career and employment is being changed. You're revising that area, and you're not going to be emotional about it. You're going to think outside the box and have an open-minded. And the sun in Aries, so it's time for action. Any changes you want to do in your career and employment, it's now the time to plant the seed. Action. No more talking, no more writing. Put it into place. We have the moon in Gemini. Use your intellect. Think. Look at your big picture. Weigh it, the pros and the cons of what you need to do to improve your career and your employment. Some of you are going to get a raise, some of you are going to get a promotion, some of you are going back to school. So we have Mercury, Venus retrograding in Pisces. When a planet is retrograding, it's moving backwards. Reviewing when it was going direct and what decisions you made that you're really looking at it wasn't proper and you're making career changes. So some of you are going to get into the field of communication, or if you're in the field of communication, you're going to go back to school to extend that a little further. Venus in Pisces. Some of you are going to get it in the career of finances, real estate, etc. Beauty. We have Mars in Cancer. Foundation, roots, home, family, security. Again, getting into real estate or something to do with security with home industry. Jupiter in Gemini, Cancer. This will bring you new opportunity, expansion, growth, abundance, blessing, wealth, karma, and the truth. Uranus and Taurus, music, singing, public speaking, using your voice, social media, doing something in that area that's going to increase you. Some of you got a side hustle that's now expanding, and you're going to do a lot of time with that. Neptune in Aries is no more illusion, lies, delusion, and fantasies. It's time for action. The North Node in Pisces, these are the lessons that you need to learn in this lifetime about career and employment, Cancer. Lilith in Scorpio, death and resurrection. So if there's some problems in your career and employment, it's going to end. You're going to move forward with a new approach and a new direction. Chiron in Aries. Stop being a victim, the wounded warrior. Get out of this scarcity mindset and get into a survivor and abundance mindset. Cancer. The next sign is Scorpio. Scorpio, your solar sun is in the 6th house. The 6th house is Virgo. It's a house of health, work, and service to others. It's also the house of, it's ruled by Mercury. So some Virgos have, Scorpio, since it's in the 6th house, you have to stop over analyzing things. So some of you might be going in the career or going further in the career that has to do with figures, organization, analyzing, an analyst for something, what numbers. We have the sun in Aries, Scorpio. It's time for action. No more talking, action. We have the moon in Gemini. Let's use our intellect, not our emotion, to move forward in our career and employment. We have Mercury and Venus in Pisces retrograding. When a planet is retrograding, it's moving backwards, reviewing when it's going direct. And whatever decision you make that you feel it does not work out for you, you're correcting it, okay? And making changes. Something to do with communication. The field of communication is a vast field, okay? Some of you might going back to school for communication. Some of you might go in more to do with AI, something like that. All right, then we have Mars in Cancer, roots, foundation, home, family, security. Something to do with real estate. Something to do with construction. Jupiter in Gemini, expansion, growth, abundance, blessing, wealth, karma, and the truth. Saturn in Pisces, the old thought process of career and foundation is being wiped away and built on a better foundation. And you're going to think outside the box and have an open mind. Analyze it and look at the big picture and weigh the pros and cons. Uranus in Taurus, using your voice, something to do with your voice, singing, public speaking, a motivation coach, something in that area, or having a platform on social media, taking a side hustle and moving forward with that. Pluto in Aquarius, anything to do with transformation and change, humanitarian groups, organization that's connected with that, and also new technology, okay? So this could be the AI. All right, the North Node in Pisces, Scorpio, this is the lesson that you need to learn in this lifetime to embrace change in career and employment. Liveth in Scorpio, death and resurrection. So you're going to end this doubt about expanding your career, getting more training in something new that can move you in a new direction. Chiron in Aries, stop being a wounded warrior and a victim and get a scarcity mindset. Be a survivor, get an abundant mindset. The next sign is Pisces, and final sign. Pisces, your solar sign is in the second house. The second house is Taurus, the love, money, work, and possession, the finery, luxury. Venus is the ruling planet of Pisces. Venus is now retrograding in Pisces. When a planet is retrograding, you're reviewing when it was going direct. And looking at the decisions you made and making correction. We also have Mercury in Pisces too. So anything to do with the communication field, expanding that, going back to school. All right, we have the Sun in Aries. It's time for action. No more talking, action. You got to do the work. We have the Moon in Gemini, Pisces. You got to let your intellect override your emotions. Okay, Mars in Cancer, foundation, home, family, security. Women and women issues, anything to do with real estate, anything to do with construction, and Venus, anything to do with finances, moving in that direction in a new career directly or indirectly. Jupiter in Gemini, expansion, growth, abundance, blessing, wealth, truth, and karma. Saturn and Pisces, the old foundation about career and money, work is being wiped away. Building on a new one, having an open-minded and thinking outside the box. Uranus and Taurus, using your voice on a platform, expanding that. If you're in a side hustle, doing something like that, expanding in that area, something to do with finances, real estate. Pluto and Aquarius, anything to do with groups, organization, humanitarian efforts, hopes, wishes, friendship, change and transformation. The North Node in Pisces, these are the lessons you need to learn this lifetime, Pisces, about career and employment. Liveth in Scorpio, death and resurrection. You're making a decision what you're going to do in the new approach in your career and in your new work area. Chiron in Aries, stop being the wounded warrior, scarcity mindset, be a survivor and a big abundant mindset. So stop being the victim and be a warrior and abundant.